Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I am headed out this weekend to Virginia. So this is going to be a very short video. It's the morning of Friday, day 9, and I actually pre-recorded day 10 yesterday. And before I leave today, I'm going to pre-record Sunday. And you might say to yourself, why bother? It's not like you have a whole bunch of people watching these videos. Maybe nobody's watching these videos. And I was thinking today that our choices matter even if no one's looking, you know? So when we make a commitment, when I make a commitment, I am a person, because I'm a person right now, that keeps to those commitments. And do I always keep to my commitments? No. Do I usually keep to my commitments? Yes. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying all this, but today is live. Saturday and Sunday's classes pre-recorded. I get home on Monday, and hopefully I'm in a good space where I can record then, and I don't miss any days that you guys get a video each day, even if you're not watching the videos. All right. Get our handy dandy glasses. And let's pick a card. We got our deck, our same deck, the Herb Crafter Tarot. And this deck is written by Letitia Guthrie. Alfalfa, the 10 of Airs. Tens are a card of completion. Airs are a card of thought and the thinking activity. So let's see what alfalfa has to say. I don't really know much about alfalfa. Medico sattva. Compost your plans and allow new ideas to sprout. Breaking down leads to renewed fertility. Let your studies lie fallow. Replenish and begin again. A large field of alfalfa thrives in an abandoned lot. A small ladybug mulches on alphids. Tall walnut trees stand guard over the lawn. A scythe dangerously sticks up in the air over the fields of alfalfa. Renewal fouls release. You may have reached your limit. Alfalfa is planted to restore worn out, degraded, and fallen land. Rest and replenish so your experience can take flight. Take a break and spend some time in reflection to refresh your love of learning. Alfalfa is among the oldest of healing foods. You have the wisdom of the ancient within you. Sift through your knowledge and let go of the pieces that do not resonate. Do not be afraid to use the scythe on what you have grown. Oh, I think that's the tool, right? I don't know. Alfalfa adds nutrients into the soil as it breaks down. What you leave behind enriches new growth. Grow alfalfa seeds in a countertop jar. Eat them and wait for new ideas to sprout within. It's like the sprouted food. Plant a garden of renewal. Journal about what is broken down in your life. Plant your pages in a small pot beneath the seeds of a nourishing herb. Enjoy tea from this plant as it grows. Use alfalfa in magical practices for good fortune and prosperity, or to encourage recuperation. This is actually a really good card because I'm headed to Virginia to sign papers, and I'm selling my property there. So that is perfect card. So this is going to be a very short class where we're going to just start out. We're going to kind of just do some stretching. So I'm going to stretch because I've got probably a 6-hour drive ahead of me, or at least a 5.5-hour drive. So let's just start to move the spine. Coming this way and that way, just rocking back and forward, tilting and tucking the pelvis. And then coming into some hip circles, circling the hips around. Just kind of notice where your hips get stuck or you aren't able to make that circle. Kind of get hinged there. And moving the other way with the breath. Just going inward as you do these hip circles. Maybe your eyes are closed. Just kind of listening to the noises and sounds around you. Let's take that left arm overhead, reach it nice and long, stretch it out. And the other way, nice long stretch. Coming back into center, and just give yourself a hug. Hug yourself for being here today, this morning, this afternoon or night, whenever you watch this video. And give yourself a hug the other way. Self-care is so important. And just draw your right leg in towards your chest. Maybe take the outside of the foot, just maybe extend it out. If you can reach it up, just give it a nice extension. Bringing it back, taking that left foot, just kind of give it a little stretch. If it works for your body, just extend it out. My hamstrings are so tight this morning. Sitting up nice and tall, take a breath in, and then just twist to the right. Coming back into center, up, and then twist to the other side. Coming back into center, and just start to fold forward like you're doing a forward fold, hinging. And coming up to center, coming onto all fours. Rooting your hands over your shoulders, knees over hips. And once again, tipping the pelvis one way and then the other, finding those cow dog, cats. And then coming into some hip circles this way. Just noticing any difference, any more fluidity on all fours compared to when you're seated. Now for me, my hips feel so much more fluid here without being hindered by sitting down. Coming into down dog. And just walking your dog out, pedaling your dog. And then come into a short dog. So step your feet up and take your left hand to the outside of the right shin, ankle, or thigh, and look over your right shoulder. Coming back into center, take it to the other side, right hand to part of the left leg. You should look over your left armpit. Coming back into center, walking your dog back out. Coming into a high push-up. Just hold in our high push-up for a few breaths. And lowering all the way down to the ground. And we're going to come into our, we called it seal, seal pose. That's a correct term. It's not swan. Swan is pigeon, yin. So a seal, our feet are out, kind of look like a seal. We can be on our forearms. We can just let our head go. You can stay there, or if it works for you, you can come up higher into your seal. I'm not going to hold for 3 to 5 minutes here, but we'll hold for a little time, where we can get it into that connective tissue a little bit. And just breathing into your back, breathing into tight spaces in the body. If you haven't set your intention for your day, think of an intention. Bring it into the body in the present moment as if it's occurring in the now. Help make it a reality. Good, and let's just come back onto all fours. Reach your right arm in the air, sweep it between your left side. Holding here for a few breaths. Coming back up to center. Left arm in the air, sweep it through. Coming back up onto all fours to down dog. Step the right foot up, and then the left foot coming into pyramid. So you can straighten your legs. If you have a block or a couple pillows, you can bring the floor up to meet you. And step your back foot up, step your right foot back. Finding that walking space, that wide walking gait space between your feet. Giving yourself some space right to left for balance as you fold over your left leg. Bringing your back foot up, forward fold. Grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers or any variation of a forward fold that works for you this morning. Just crouching down into a squat. Just holding here with your hands in prayer for a few breaths. Bringing forth your intention once again in your mind's eye. Relaxing your shoulders down. And coming to seated. So I am going to turn the camera off, but I am going to stay with you as we do a 5-minute meditation as we close out our practice. And I'm just going to turn the camera off because it's distracting for me to look at myself in the camera when I'm meditating. But I'm with you. So finding your seat. You can be in Virasana, in like a hero's pose, with a block or pillows between your seat as you bring your heels to your outer thighs, or you can sit in Sukhasana, easy pose. Eyes are open, soft gaze, or you can close your eyes if you have the alertness to stay awake. You can hear my dishwasher in the background. Maybe you have sounds in your home that keeping you present. And aware. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to your intention. together, we draw our hands to heart center. We give thanks for each other. We give thanks for alfalfa and all of our intentions, our hopes and dreams as we close with a namaste. Happy Friday.